It's a lovely morning here in the valley of Arizona, here in the Phoenix area. It's been cooler, I think, than usual. Here we are, late April, and I haven't really seen it get extremely hot yet. I know in some previous years, we were already peaking up into the hundreds, but lately the weather's been tolerable. Nice evenings and mornings, especially the mornings. Good grief. It's been nice, so nice. And I'm out here watching lizards hanging out on the walls. I don't know if you guys can see that. There's these lizards. I think they're called common fence lizards or something like that. When they are in their season for mating, their bellies get blue, and it's a vibrant bluish color. It's their way of attracting a mate. Look at me, right? It's usually what the males do. Look at me and how awesome I am, how amazing I am. Check out my bling, my nice car. Look at all the money I have, right? Especially in this culture, this day and age of, the influencers. So I've been out here trying to take care of a weed problem. When the rain comes through, that always wreaks havoc on your territory, on your home. I love the rain, don't get me wrong. I just don't like dealing with the aftermath. I don't like dealing with all the weeds. There's a mixture I use. I don't want to go into all the details about that. I'm pretty sure some of you have already looked into it online, what kind of mixture you can use to deal with weeds. Something that's, hopefully less toxic to your health and to the environment. But at any rate, I've been working on inching myself more towards getting this garden idea going again. I miss gardening. I used to do it a lot more, so I want to, bring some plant life back into the yard. See it around me more again. There's this hibiscus plant, which isn't really in full bloom right now, but that's what a hibiscus plant does. It blooms brilliantly, then the flower dies, and the new ones bloom pretty much right after. You can see that there's some new ones coming already. That's what they do. And then I recently got this guy right here. This is a blueberry plant. It's going to hang on a second. You see that? There we go. It's going to grow more eventually. There it is. I brought it home and it did look better than that, I will say. Juniper, my puppy, my little dachshund over there, I love her to death, but oh my goodness, she did not respect the boundaries of my plants. She chewed on it. Poor thing. So, her and I have been a little at odds since yesterday, but she'll get over it. I'll get over it. That's the reason why I put up this shelf. I put that up because I needed to help mitigate her getting into my plants. So when I start putting up a garden again, I like to do raised beds. I use cinder blocks, so I'm going to start doing that. And I try to fence them off with chicken wire. Helps keep dogs and other things out. So, at any rate, while I was in the middle of all this, putting together these ideas and plant life and all that, I'm trying to put in some new ones, and also killing some, by the way, weeds, things I just don't want, right? That's what a weed is. It's an unwanted plant. So, there's life and there's dying here. A lot of lessons to be learned in gardening. Just watching nature in general. And in the morning, it's like I said, that they've been so pleasant lately, and the birds have been enjoying it. I wake up in the morning and I hear the doves. It's maybe you can hear them right now. They're performing their calls. Let's see if I can imitate it. Their woo 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 sounds, or woo 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 woo. I think you know what I'm talking about. Hopefully, it's these common neighborhood doves. And in the morning, I hear them, before the sun is even up. There's just barely even light creeping in. Not quite dawn. That time of morning. And boy, do I love it. I found myself, loving to be up earlier than later now these days. But I hear these calls. There's something mystical about it to me. Something mystical. I think I understand now why, when I listen to Native American music, some of the southwestern tribes here, and then some, I think oftentimes their music was meant to imitate some of the sounds they hear in nature, right? If I'm mistaken, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend, but I love the sound. It's so mystical. And I thought I saw a nest up there, but it looks like it just might be palm tree debris. It's hanging out up there. I don't know if you can see that. Anyway, this topic of life, though, and dying, I'm not obsessed with death, but, I think about it from time to time. Why? Because, hey, Juniper's, barking right now. Something's got her attention. Hey! What are you barking at? But anyway, I guess the thought occurred to me, how would you want to go out? How would you want to die? You ever thought about that? Alright, Juniper, I think it's just the wind. The gate is rattling. It's just the wind. What little we have. A very mild zephyr, right? So, I want to hear from you guys, though, out there, who may be watching this video and who bothered to pay attention and watch it. Do you think about that? How would you like to go out? You can be comical. You can be silly. I think you kind of have to be. Death is, it's a heavy topic, right? And so I understand why some people might want to just put humor into it. Maybe they don't want to think about it at all. And I get why people don't want to think about it. Believe me, I do. Because it's a scary thought, but it's something that we all have to face eventually. It's something that we all have to come to terms with. So, I don't know. How would I want to go out, you might ask? Well, as long as it's quick. Let's just put it that way. Not that because I'm looking to die anytime soon, but if I just hope it's not a prolonged, painful experience. Do I have control over that? No, the big guy up there does. He decides that. We don't know the time. We don't know the hour. We don't know the day. I think some of us would like to think, we'd be surrounded by family. That would be nice. It would. We just pass away peacefully. Sad thing is, though, I think more often than not, a lot of people just end up in a nursing home somewhere, staring at a curtain, drooling at themselves, sitting in a wheelchair. Well, you don't think that kind of thing happens? I mean, think again. I've seen it. I've worked in those kinds of environments. It's a terrible thing. Getting old. It's not for the faint of heart. And I really felt for them, because it just seems like this country can be hard on people. You reach a certain age, it doesn't seem like anybody really wants you anymore. You're kind of part of this forgotten class. But maybe I'm wrong about all that. It's just what I saw. But we'll see what happens. And I'm looking forward to living my life as it is now, however much time I have. What's on the other side, we shall see. We shall see. I'm pretty convinced that there is an afterlife. I think there is something beyond this stage. Maybe some of you want to go out with a bang, you know? Some kind of epic, heroic adventure. Maybe a rescue mission. You're trying to save someone's life. Maybe some of you just want to, I don't know, end up dead on the toilet. Isn't that how Elvis went out? Found him dead on a toilet. Maybe some of you want to go out like Jim Morrison. Think they found him in a bathtub. Some bodily fluids found on him. He was a talented guy. You know, I think most of us agree with that. Pretty talented dude. I liked a lot of the songs that the Doors did. I used to listen to them a lot once upon a time. You know? I think you hope you won't be found dead in a horrible state like that. But I don't know. Is there really such a thing as a dignified death? Is there really such a thing? I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. I think death is always ugly. I don't think there's anything pleasant about death. So you do the best you can while you're living, right? Oh man, it feels so good out here right now. It's just a nice in-between. It's just, there's a coolness, but a warmth at the same time. Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. Well, anyway, I hope you guys enjoy your day and enjoy the week, the weekend, whatever time is allotted to you. Just enjoy it, you know, and try to do your best to not cause harm to other people and be kind. Well, it's just a rough place, right? This world has enough problems as it is. Let's not create more. Let's try and just be good to each other. Try and show a little more kindness, a little more compassion towards one another. Maybe a little more understanding towards one another. Not saying you have to agree on everything. I don't think that's possible, by the way. I don't think we're all going to agree 100% all the time on everything. But if we just try to give each other some grace, I think the world could be a better place. Giving each other some grace. Take care now. Until the next video. Thank you for watching. Please make sure you click the like button there, subscribe, leave a comment. It means a lot to me. It does. For those of you who pay attention to what's going on. All right. See you around.